All right, guys. Fulu come to you with another Guerilla boxing video. Ah, man. All I gotta say is some people should just move up to their natural weight class. They should just fight at the weight class in which they would feel comfortable in making. They should fight at the weight class that, although it may not be as exciting, it'll be more healthy for them to fight at that weight class. And I think you guys know what I'm gonna get at. What I'm talking about is I'm talking about Zerto Ramirez missing weight by 12 pounds. Here's the thing. I get it if you miss weight by 1 pound. Okay, that's fine. 1 pound. Still unprofessional, but 1 pound. Okay. 2 pounds. It's like, 3 pounds. Okay, now you're pushing it. Now you're in an area where it's like, yo, you're in the danger zone of not making weight. But 12 pounds? This dude missed weight by 12 pounds. It's like, what the heck? How do you miss weight by 12 pounds, man? I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say some things. And this is going to maybe be unpopular with a lot of people, but I'm going to just say them. I'm of the opinion that when you fight Bivol, bro, he alters your career. And the reason why I say that is because I'm going to give a few examples. You look at Sullivan Barrera, when he knocked him out, it was just all downhill for Sullivan Barrera. It wasn't the same Sullivan Barrera that we know. And, that meant easy pickings for Zerto Ramirez. You know what I mean? With all due respect, Zerto Ramirez was spoon fed these guys who were well past their best days. And you may argue that even those guys well past their best days still gave him like problems. His coach is not helping him either. The thing is that like that whole team is just but the fact that he like what was going on that you don't make weight and you miss it by 12 pounds, bro. Like, yo, we got a problem. It's like, Houston, we got a problem. So what I want to say is this, right? Just fight at cruiserweight, bro. If you know that weight is going to be a problem, fight at cruiserweight. 12 pounds? So now what has happened is that the fight is now the main event has been scrapped, and now Jojo Diaz is now the main event. It's like he really messed up the money, man. Um, yeah, I guess they didn't do a thing where they were like, okay, he has to forfeit his purse because he missed weight, or he has to give 30% or 20% of his purse. They were like, hell no, that's not. It's not going down like that. We can't let that fly. So with that being said, it's like, yo, like, what do you do? Like, it's like, holy crap, you miss weight that much? What I'm gonna say is this, bro. Um, I'm biased. I'm not gonna lie. I'm biased to the Cuban style, Cuban, Soviet, and American style of boxing. And I mean that bias comes from the simple fact that the Cuban and Soviet style are kind of like interchangeable. The only difference is the Cuban style is more rhythmic. Um, when it comes to the only fan that I'm not a fan of in the Soviet school is Triple G. Like that guy, he's just straight up and down pretty much. But you look at the guy like Janet Beck, I'm a fan of his. I just hope that he's clean. I don't think any of his fights have done VADA testing. And so that's my only concern, but he has that Soviet school still, which I like. Um, And you look at what the Soviet school has done to these fighters, bro. Um, you look at the fact that Jean Pascal, after the Bivol fight, he went on a run. Well, I mean, I think that run had a lot to do with his pharmaceutical program. He did have a new pharmaceutical program, and that pharmaceutical program got him suspended and everything like that. You look at Joe Smith, he went on a run after, after that fight with Bivol, but then, he fought Arthur Beterbiev, that all stopped. You look at Canelo, who by being politically correct, you would expect him to knock out a 40-year-old Triple G, or 39 pushing 40. I don't know how old he was, but you would expect him to knock him out. He didn't do so, though. And in the interview, he didn't sound too sure that he wanted to fight Bivol again. And I think his cap, when he says, okay, I'll fight him at 175, I think that's cap. He would rather fight him at 168. I've heard different reports that are saying that, he would rather have the rematch at 168. That's what was said. You have Oscar De La Hoya coming out, blasting him for fighting John Ryder, but we already knew he was going to fight John Ryder due to his quote-unquote surgery coming back. The sad thing is, if David Morrell fought John Ryder, who John Ryder ducked, by the way. John Ryder did duck David Morrell. Just want to throw that out there. He did duck him. We wouldn't hear the end of it if David Morrell fought John Ryder. They would say, oh, he's fighting another tomato can. That's what the Canelo fans would say. You know what I mean? However, there's no like harm, no foul when it comes to Canelo fighting him. Now, I'm still of the opinion that Canelo does not fight Bivol in a rematch. I'm of the opinion that if they do fight in a rematch, Canelo gets stopped by Bivol. Because, I mean, at this point, let's be honest, at this point, what can Canelo do that Bivol has not seen before? Like, what could he possibly do? We know that Canelo, footwork wise, leaves a lot to be desired. You know what I mean? We know that in the other fight, we didn't see the upper body movement. We saw him getting countered a lot with a high guard foundation and him opening himself up to get countered. Bro. Yeah, man, I think Bivol changes these dudes when he fights them. I think that psychologically, just him boxing them off so thoroughly just does something to their psyche. It's not even about, getting knocked out, because you've seen, for example, people who've gotten knocked out, like Erickson Lubin, and he went on a good little run, bro. That knockout kind of did not affect him in that certain way. He, if anything, it improves him as a fighter, But I guess psychologically, you boxing someone's ears off, it does something to them. I think for example, when we look at the opponents, have they been the same when they fight? The answer is no. I'm going to be honest. For me personally, when you look at Joe Smith, he has not fought since he fought Beterbiev. When you look at Vostick, he has not fought since he fought Beterbiev. When you look at how Canelo fought after he fought Bivol, shit. What can we say? It wasn't a stupendous performance. When you look at, God, only Allah knows how long Um, you know, Anthony Yard will be not fighting since he fought, uh, Beterbiev. But I guess these guys, man, they just have some things in them. I'm just going to end it on the note that, with Bivol, the psychological factor comes from the fact that you really can't land punches on him. And he's landing on you. The psychological factor with Beterbiev is that, yeah, you may land punches on him, but at the same time you're landing punches on him, he's chopping away at you. He's taking away from your gas tank. You know what I mean? And the punches you land on him, like, graze him a lot, but uh it's rarely just like a clean shot. A lot of it is gloves. Sometimes it just grazes him and he just breaks you down, bro. That's just what it is. And I'm just gonna end it on this note that, bro, if Zerto Ramirez or Team Ramirez watches this, fight at your weight, man. And your weight obviously is cruiserweight. So just fight at cruiserweight. Stop stressing yourself to make weight. Or get a dietitian or something. I don't know. But with that being said, man, what do y'all think of this, man? Do y'all think that these fighters will change after they fight these two guys? Which is the reason that we need Undisputed, and I'm not even interested in a damn Callum Smith fight. Not even interested in that fight, man. And Bivol still doesn't have an opponent because Joshua Buatsi turned down the fight. So the only other guy Bivol can really fight as of right now at 175 is, like, I hate to say it, but Craig Richards has been talking mess and he wants a rematch. And so, I mean, at this point, that's the only thing he can really do. Him or like I don't even know who else at 175. Damn, man, I can't even think of who else he can fight at 175. Well, it would have to be like a local UK dude that he can fight at 175 because, they seem to have them available. But UK dudes, they hate Arthur Beterbiev, though. Like, a lot of UK dudes, they hate that dude. It has a lot to do with the fact that he's, like, he's just a different breed, man. But with that being said, Fula signing out. Njarama. I will say, Ramadan Mubarak early. I think we're like 5 days in. Like, they're saying we should look for the sighting 5 days in. I'm still gonna be on here during Ramadan, but I have to go. Ramadan is kind of like a boxing match in itself. Your opponent is yourself. Your opponent is gossiping, backbiting, lying, saying swear words and just all those kind of vices. That's your opponent. And you have to go 30 rounds, with that opponent. So I'm trying to get my mental ready for that, inshallah. But with that being said, Fula signing out. Leave your thoughts and leave your comments on this situation. Let me know if you think he's changed. Let me know if you think these guys change as fighters when they fight these two quiet savages. Njarama.